when Carney lifted the Strictly Come Dancing Glitterball trophy on Saturday night. The moment felt almost unreal, not just for the millions watching at home, but for Carney herself. Confetti rained down, the ballroom roared, and history quietly rewrote itself. Only later did the astonishing truth emerge. The woman crowned champion of Strictly Come Dancing 2025 had been a last-minute addition to the show, summoned with just 72 hours' notice. Before the official cast list had even been announced, in an era where television careers are planned months in advance, rehearsals scheduled to the minute, and publicity campaigns meticulously mapped out, Carney's journey to the Glitterball began not with certainty, but with chaos, risk, and a leap of faith. And that, perhaps, is what made her victory resonate so deeply. A champion no one saw coming, not even herself. Carney, the former England Lioness and one of football's most respected analysts, had already lived several lives in the public eye. She had worn her country's crest with pride, survived the brutal intensity of elite sport, and reinvented herself seamlessly as a broadcaster. But Strictly Come Dancing is a different arena entirely, one that strips away reputation and replaces it with vulnerability. When she stepped onto the ballroom floor alongside professional partner Carlos Gu, few could have predicted how far the pair would go. Week after week, however, judges and audiences alike began to notice something special, not just technical growth, but emotional authenticity. What viewers didn't know was that Carney hadn't spent months preparing for this transformation. According to her management company, Aldo Loma Management, the call came abruptly, a whirlwind invitation that allowed barely 3 days to decide whether to step into one of British television's most demanding spotlights. No words, the Instagram post that revealed everything following the finale. Aldo Loma Management shared a celebratory Instagram tribute that stunned fans almost as much as the win itself. A carousel of images showed Carney frozen in moments of triumph, mid-dance, mid-laugh, mid-disbelief, including one striking image of her holding the glitter ball while wearing a sparkly football shirt. The caption was simple, raw, and revealing, no words. A visual bridge between her past and present lives. Speechless, from getting 72 hours notice of going on the show to now holding that BBC Strictly Glitterball as the 2025 champion. We can't express how proud we are of Carney and the life-changing wild ride that has been Strictly. We've got our old Cass back, and bring on a huge 2026, we're only just getting started. It was more than a celebration. It was a confession. Another post followed soon after, capturing the deeper symbolism of the win, pure joy. First footballer to win at BBC Strictly. The fact that they held up the glitter ball wearing their Week 1 costume is just the most full-circle moment. What a way to end the year. In an industry obsessed with reinvention, Carney's victory felt different. It wasn't about becoming someone new, it was about reclaiming someone old, someone joyful, fearless, and open. The finale, where emotion took center stage. Saturday night's final had already promised drama. But it delivered something far richer, a collective emotional release that transcended competition. As Carney and Carlos Gu stood together awaiting the final result, the tension in the ballroom was palpable. When the announcement came, Carney visibly staggered, momentarily overwhelmed by the weight of the moment. Her voice faltered as she spoke. "I cannot believe it. I want to say thank you to everybody who has supported my journey." Then she turned to Carlos, the partner who had guided her from uncertainty to triumph. "We are a team. Thank you to this wonderful gentleman. I could not have done this without you." It was a simple sentence, and yet it captured everything Strictly is meant to be about. Carlos Gu's tearful tribute, a confession on live television. If the victory belonged to Carney, the emotional heart of the night belonged to Carlos Gu. Prompted by Claudia Winkleman, who pointed out how moving it was to see Carney's mother watching from the audience. Carlos was asked about the impact his partner had had on him. What followed was not a polished soundbite, it was a confession. "You know, Claudia," he began, visibly emotional, "she turned me into a man that I like. I think she's the best thing that I've ever had in 2025. The ballroom fell silent. Carlos continued, explaining how he had arrived on Strictly Straight from a fiercely competitive background. Carrying ego, self-absorption, and a relentless focus on himself. I was, me. I've been here the last 3 years. I was self-centered. No wonder I didn't get a partner last year, because I wasn't grateful." When Claudia tried to gently interject, Carlos waved her off. "She taught me how to be a kind, humble person. I need to finish this." And he did, and for the first time, I learned to be a team player. I've never been a team player, which I'm so sad about. It was one of those rare live television moments that cannot be rehearsed, edited, or replicated. More than a trophy. Why this win matters. Carney's triumph was historic in more ways than one. The kind that lingers long after the credits roll. She became the first footballer to win Strictly Come Dancing, shattering lingering stereotypes about athletes and artistic expression. But more importantly, she demonstrated that growth does not end when one career chapter closes. Her journey resonated because it mirrored something deeply human: the courage to say yes when certainty is absent. To begin again without guarantees, and to trust collaboration over control. In just a few short months, beginning with a 72-hour decision, Carney not only learned to dance. She allowed herself to be seen differently. The end of an era. Tess Daly and Claudia Winkleman bow out the night also marked a poignant farewell. After years at the helm of Strictly Come Dancing, Tess Daly and Claudia Winkleman filmed their final show together. Closing a chapter that defined modern British television. Later that evening, Tess shared an emotional Instagram statement that captured the spirit of the program. "So that's a wrap. What an incredible final, fitting for what, for me, has been an absolutely brilliant series. Strictly is a show made with love, where joy is the currency and the only agenda." She paid tribute to the production team. That love is down to every single member of the brilliant team that makes it. For none of them is it just a job, it is a gift, and it is truly treasured. And finally, she addressed the viewers. "I will be forever grateful for the unforgettable years I have spent sharing this magical show with you. I'll miss the Strictly viewers because they are the very best, the most loyal, supportive, and passionate audience. It has been the most wonderful privilege to share it with you." Her closing words felt like a benediction. "Thank you from the bottom of my heart for the memories of a lifetime." A story that began with a phone call in the end, Strictly Come Dancing 2025 will be remembered not just for its winner, but for the story behind the win. A partnership built on humility. A woman given 72 hours to decide. A ballroom transformed into a place of personal reckoning. And a finale that reminded viewers why live television still matters. Carney did not just win a trophy. She reminded everyone watching that sometimes, the most extraordinary journeys begin with the shortest notice.